If you're someone that enjoys buying trendy styles at cheap prices, there's a strong possibility that you've run across the e-commerce brands Ramwi, SheIn, and Zaful, to name a few. Retailers like these, as well as some major retailers, use a method called fast fashions, the term used to describe clothing designs that move quickly from the catwalk to stores to meet new trend demands. SheIn is one of the many companies claiming to provide trendy, inexpensive, and quality fashions delivered with exceptional customer service. This investigation will look into these claims to determine if these statements are true or if they're simply jargon pushed to provide a sense of trust in the company. SheIn was founded in 2008 in Shenzhen, China by Chris Zhu. The company has numerous branches spreading from America, Belgium, Dubai, Nanjing, Guangzhou to Shenzhen. Their LinkedIn profile describes owning more than 6,000 employees globally, but for the sake of this investigation, we'll follow the assumption that they mean they employ 6,000 team members. Taking a look into the company's LinkedIn profile, quote, SheIn, the largest B2C e-commerce company exporting fast fashion goods in China. We share the most energetic and youngest internet culture atmosphere. We work with outstanding, creative, and friendly peers. We shape our culture as innovating, sharing customer focus, sparing no efforts. Welcome each of courageous you to join us and shine out together, unquote. The claims by the company will be extremely attractive to any fashionista penny pincher, but does the company really deliver on these claims? To start, we'll take a look at SheIn's track record for quality, advertising, discounts and promotions, delivery, and customer service. To start, we'll be referring to the Better Business Bureau, or the BBB. The BBB uses a grading system with points based on complaints, reviews, and resolutions offered by the company to give businesses a grade from A to F. As of this video, SheIn's BBB grade is an F, and they are not BBB accredited. The BBB has also flagged SheIn's profile for fraudulent business practices. For the sake of fairness and to ensure that SheIn's grade is not based on their lack of accreditation, I took a dive into the customer reviews and complaints to get a broader scope of the possible reason for the low score. SheIn has a total of 251 BBB complaints with issues ranging from advertising to order processing and delivery. To compound the stress felt by customers, SheIn generally responds by not responding at all, or sending an extremely generic response that reads as follows. Dear customer, a member of SheIn's US team has sent you an email from this email. Please be sure to check your email spam folder in the event it was filtered. These responses may alleviate some of the customer's anxiety for a while, but a trend of nothingness soon follows. That is correct. No response at all. And unfortunately, after the company responds with this generic message and the customer accepts the response, the BBB considers the case resolved, unless the customer adds additional content to their initial post, leaving the door open for the company to not follow through. Based on the information found, the door is rarely closed, leaving many customers out of product and money. Aside from the BBB, various platforms have expressed their concerns about the company's business practices, sparking the debate of whether this is a legitimate company or if it's really a scam. Most product complaints are about the thinness of the material, the fit of the garment, and the sometimes misleading ads where the picture of what you ordered does not quite match the item that you received. That being said, SheIn customers are more likely to buy from the site to dress up for one night. This is in stark contrast to purchasing for extended use as with more traditional brands. SheIn was masterful in its advertising techniques. Using two of the largest media platforms, Facebook and Instagram, the company was able to promote to young and seasoned alike. At a cheap price tag and discounted shipping options, and a recipe for quick success has been created. But here's where there's a problem. SheIn used promotions to cater to buyers in Western countries by using Western-sized models to promote their trending styles. The choice of models used by the company doesn't appear to be off-putting on the surface, but given that this is an Asian brand, size variations are vast. This causes a discrepancy in sizing and fit, contributing to the company's quality complaints and brought major attention to the company's advertising flaws. As stated previously, items received by customers did not appear to be the same as the items viewed on the website, revealing a lack of continuity in the product and spawning the debate of warehouse locations, giving the company yet another layer of perceived shadowy operations. A major issue plaguing SheIn is their delivery track record. Customers reported that they weren't receiving their purchases in a reasonable time period, even when expedited shipping was paid for. Customers have complained of receiving their items up to 3 months late, with some customers not getting their items at all. To top it off, customers have a difficult time contacting customer service. When they are able to contact the company, replies are vague or insufficient at best. In many cases, customers have given up on trying to retrieve their items or even obtain a refund. SheIn is part of a large B2B, buyer-to-buyer infrastructure where retailers can use dropshipping services. This option is not just limited to large retailers, but to small independent sellers as well. The company is supported by several venture capital firms like Jafco, IDG, and Greenwood since founded. Along with being part of the China Brands conglomerate, the company also acquired China brand Ramwi in 2014 and American brand Make Me Chic in 2015. The life cycle of fast fashions is much shorter than higher priced brands. Some parts of garment creation are very similar between fast fashion and more traditional clothing manufacturing. In both cases, fabric is created. Higher priced brands lean towards natural materials. Fast fashion uses synthetic materials using a method called polymerization. The production process for traditional brands involves carefully sewn pieces using closer to custom fit patterns. Creation of fast fashion pieces are churned out in an expedient pace using cheap labor and stringent production practices. Unfortunately, this cheap labor includes child labor. Garments are then purchased and shipped to retailers for traditional clothiers. Fast fashion purchases are shipped to retailers and to the customers of B2B dropshipping partners. Finally, the retailer or dropshipper sells the garment to the end buyer. The industry touts the benefits of synthetic fabrics on the environment by expressing the sustainability of these materials, while those in opposition of fast fashion express the detrimental effects of this industry on the environment. Traditional styles have a lifespan of several years, while fast fashions have a lifespan closer to 60 days, depending on how often the piece is worn. In general, you'll be fortunate to get 10 wears out of it. This investigation took a look into the SheIn Corporation, a company that has made monumental e-commerce moves by creating a perfect blend of marketing techniques, youthful models, and relatable photography styles to promote their fashions to trend-hungry buyers. But their mesh of professional and personal sellers without use of core practices causes a big gap in procedural guidelines, making the brand susceptible to kinks in their customer satisfaction and engagement armor. At some point, this industry may face more scrutiny with laws or some sort of legislation put in place to ensure that customers are treated fairly, but for now, fast fashion doesn't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon. The industry allows fashion-forward buyers to keep up with trends while saving more, to buy more, to keep up with trends. With today's emphasis on the superficial, this is an intoxicating trade-off, explaining why the company has continued to grow in spite of the negative experiences and reviews. SheIn is not much different than other fast fashion manufacturers. When everything falls in line with expected quality and fit, the experience of buying from the company can be a reasonable one. What sets them apart and what could lead to their downfall is their lack of customer engagement and lack of business practices that show genuine interest in the satisfaction of the buyer. If the company takes time to discover and employ better customer relations, along with being more discretionary about their selling partners, the company could lay the groundwork to improve their image and find continued expansion in the e-commerce fashion market.